So we have got our words array. Now we need to find a random word from this words array which we will call the win word. And for that we need to learn about one of the method from the math class in JavaScript. So let's go to Google and search for random number in JavaScript. I highly recommend you guys to learn JavaScript in order to get the best out of this course, because whenever you talk about front end, most of the time you will be writing a lot of JavaScript. So let's open any of these links, maybe this one, and this is going to tell us how we can find a random number using math.random method. So it says you can use math.random method which returns any number between 0 to 1. So we are going to use this math.random method to find a random word. Now here you will notice that it may return some digits, right? Because it will always return some value between 0 to 1. So it will always have some decimals except when it is returning 0 or 1. So in that case we need to round it off to a whole number. So for that we can either use the floor method which returns the floor value of a number, or we can use ceil method which returns the ceiling value of a number. And you can use these methods together as well. So like you can use math.floor and then within this you can use math.random, and the output of this method you are multiplying by 10. So if it returns 0.54, then you multiply it by 10 which becomes 5.4, and then math.floor will convert it to 5. So we are going to use similar concept, and let's go back to our VS Code. Let's create one more method here which we will call getWinWord, and this should be a function which should accept an array, and from this array we are going to find a random word. So let's call it random word, or we can also call it winword, it's up to you. Then I'm going to use math.floor, then math.random. This is going to give me a number between 0 to 1, and here I'm going to multiply it by the array length, because if array length is 10 then I want to have a number between 0 to 10, but if array length is 20 then I want to find my number between 0 to 20. So that's it. This statement right here should give us a random location from where we can pick up our word. Actually, let's name it random location. Or even better, let's name it random index. So this will be a random index, and from this index we are going to return the item of the array. So it will be like return array, then within these square brackets you just define your index. Now we can call this getWinWord method inside our controller file. Let's add a comment here, and let's use a console statement or console log. So it will be like helper dot get winword, and here we need to pass our array. So the better way to do it is to actually copy this and store its output inside an variable. So I'll store it inside like words variable, and then I'll print the words here, and I'll pass the words here in this getWinWord method. So I hope it works. Let's deploy our code. So here we see our words list, and then among this list we are picking a win word which is completely random. So if you reload this page, you will see the random list of words, and you will again see a random win word as well. So this time it has picked the second item from our words list. So far we have only been storing these words inside our JavaScript, but in order to access these words in our markup file, we need to store them in the attributes, right? So let's create a couple of attributes in our board component. I'm going to name the first one as words, and this should be a list as we are going to store list of words here. Let's create one more attribute and I'm going to name it as winword, and this is going to store our winword which will be of string type. So let's go to our init handler, and here once we get these words, let's set them to our words attribute. So let's use component.set method. Don't forget our value provider here, v dot the attribute name which is words, and then you can use comma to pass the value which is words. Let's set our winword as well. We are going to store its output here in a const variable, and then we are going to store it inside the attribute as well. It should be like v.winword. So that's all in this video. In the next video, we are going to display our winword in this format.